Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Super Vampires is a fun little game for kids. It's going to be not a flicking dexterity game, but when you're pushing them along your pieces across these little skinny things that try to get garlic. I don't know why exactly that the vampires want to collect garlic, maybe to get it out of there. But anyway, that's what's going on here. It's a fun game. My kids really like this one. It's really simple. It's interesting. I have a 5-year-old. I got a daughter's turning 8 next month. And then us. It's so easy for us adults. But my 5-year-old really struggles and it falls off a lot. It's just, he can't get it to work right. My daughter, who's 7 going on 8, does a lot better with it, but it still falls sometimes. But for the adults, it doesn't really fall that much. So, this is going to be strictly in the kids' camp. I wish Queen, they strike a chord right here with the components, and it looks fantastic. They did a great job. Everything is sturdy. You get 2 little boards you can go on. I'd like to have more, but 2 is great. So much better than 1. Thank you for not just giving us 1. And you're moving those things around, and it works fine. The components work with it great. And my kids have a really, really good time. When you first look at it, you're like, wow, this is all there is. But it really is a fun little game. Now, the dice here are really the Sun dice. Great quality, but there's only one side of the 6. So some people's turn can be a lot longer than other people. I mean, it's just luck about how long your turn will be and how many you can get. But there's like pressure of luck. If they're only on the 2nd or 3rd die, do you go for that other garlic and get back? For the adults, it's like, yeah, of course, because we can do it so easily. But for the kids, it's a really big struggle. So I like this one for a dexterity game. I think it's appropriately priced right now on Amazon. And it's a really fun game. So for us, it's going to be Keeper. I'm going to give this one to the kids to let them play and have a good time. I think they're really going to enjoy this one for the long term until it outstays its welcome. But for now, it's a Keeper. This is a box for Super Vampires. It does have a Harry Potter feel to it. I mean, it's like, kids floating around, even though it's vampires and not wizards. It just reminds me of that right off the bat. Maybe I'm alone in that. You open it up, you're going to get an instruction manual in it. We'll go over that in just a few minutes. You're going to get a very colorful board, which really serves no purpose in the game, to be honest. But it is very colorful and nice. You're going to get 2 different boards that will be used. I'll tell you how these used, but it's nice that you get more than just one. You're going to get a number of dice. Now, this white dice, you will sticker yourself with each of the colors, and this will be ingrained on it. It's really just a one-sided. It has the sun on it. You can have a tracker for the sun. Really serves no purpose. And there are these cardboards that you'll build up the 3-dimensional board with. And you'll have your player little markers that you'll utilize. These you will stick yourself, but it's nice that each of them have a different color on it and a different picture. And your little very small, very, very small garlic. Wish those were bigger. I wish they a little bit bigger on that. Otherwise, everything's pretty good. Kids game, this game will have a lot of durability and last a very long time. Here's an instruction manual we have. Very colorful. You're going to see a really nice picture that puts the 3D part of it together and a component outlist here. You're going to have a picture of everything set up, which is fantastic. And it gives you really an idea of how you set this up, especially the first time. And an overview of the gameplay will be down here. A lot of neat little pictures here, too, that are included. It shows you with a finger how to do the game. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And 2 illustrations of what you'll be doing if you go back to the tower or keep going, the one choice you have in the game. And it gives you the sun phase and kind of how it goes the next round and how you win the game. It's actually a very excellent, excellent, excellent game. I'm surprised this game didn't get the Queen Kids. It's just the Queen Games instead of the Queen Kids, which I think it should have been in that line, but that's just my 2 cents. So this is partial of the game set up. Now, these 4 towers that you put together, you will need to put together every time that you play. They're very, very hard cardboards. It's not a big deal. You'll see they actually go into a certain place. Now, you can have 2 of these boards that will give you 2 different maps. I'm going to set one down in here, and you just set it down in here like this. You need to make sure these are lined up properly. They won't fit in there. They fit right in pretty good, not too bad. And you will have that in. Now, like I said, there's 2 maps. The bottom one with all the colors really serve no purpose whatsoever. Then you will stick each of your little vampire guys on each of the corners that correspond with the color. And what you'll do on your turn is you will roll the dice. And when you're ready to start, you say Super Vampires, and you're ready to go. And whatever color you land, let's say you roll blue, and blue is right here, then you just kind of kick him along or push your guy along until he gets to the blue. Now, you cannot put your finger on top. You have to kick from the side. And then when you do, and you actually get to it, then you're going to take one of these garlic tokens, and you will place it on top. At that point, you have a decision to make. You can either go back and drop it in this hole right here, or you can roll the die again. Now, let's say you decided to roll the die again and you wanted to go to the red space. So you would just keep going on your way, and if you made it there, you'd put another one back. Now, you say you want to go back and you don't want to roll again, you would bring him all the way back through here, and you would dump this into your pocket right here, and those points would be scored. Now, if when you're pushing it, your garlic was to fall off, you would lose it and have to go back to the beginning in order to start. If your guy ever falls off, that's fine. He'll go through the middle. He loses anything that was on him, he would come back and you would roll the dice again. So that's kind of how that rolls. Well, what the other players will be doing is they will be rolling these black dice trying to get sun, and you will evenly distribute these between the other players, and the player to your left will start rolling first. And what they're trying to do, and I'm just going to place it here just for illustration purposes, is they will roll this dice. And every time they roll a sun, they will say sun and add one to this list. And as this thing lines up, you know that your time will be running out because they're going to be rolling this while you're moving the thing around. If it ever gets all the way across and they get 6 suns on here, then your turn will be over and the next player will go. And if you're in the middle out here, so be it. You didn't get it back in time to dunk it in. At the end of the game, you will raise up all your towers. You will count up who has the most tokens, and you will keep playing until all of these have been taken. And whoever has the most wins the game. Who should buy this game? If you have kids and you're looking for a fun dexterity game that's very different, this is one that you could absolutely get. I think your family will have a good time with it. If you're getting the 10, 12-year-olds, I think they'll like this less. But for the younger crowd, less than 10, I think this is a really fun game they can play over and over again. And the family can play this together. And, you know, we do something now where we let the kids score 2 for everyone. The adults get 1. And it really evens things up for us. This has been a pleasant surprise for us. We were surprised by how much we ended up liking this game. Super Vampires is one I'm going to definitely recommend. It's a keeper for us for the kids, and one I think you should check out. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.